Hello everybody, it's me Dylan. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Give a like or subscribe to my channel to get latest updates on my certification and some how-tos. For those who have been following me around, thank you so much for sticking in with me. It's been a while since I did a tutorial video. I even think that the last tutorial video that I did was actually about spoken in Filipino. So I'm not sure if this is the first time I'll be doing a how-to. But anyway, thank you so much guys for hanging out with me. So in this video, I am going to show you a BGP function called ORF, or the Outbound Route Filter. So so let's say you're the customer, and so let's say you have your internet connection, or let's say you have your own set of public IPs, and you're peering with your upstream provider. So now, if you're peering with your upstream provider, they may either give you like the full routing table of the internet, which is somewhere around 5,000 plus routes, or they can either give you just a default route, or a third option would be a default route plus certain number of prefixes. So it really depends on what has been agreed between you and the upstream provider. Now with with ORF, or the outbound route filter, it is based on RFC 5291, which gives you, the downstream customer, it gives you the option to just signal the upstream provider what view you want to see, or what you want to receive. So the way this works is basically you just need to activate like a certain capability on your router, as long as your router can support this, and it's something that you would need to agree between you and your upstream. So let's say your upstream is ISP A, and you tell ISP A like, all right, since I'm not sure if there will, it can be anything, either for now you want to see like the entire routing table, maybe later on you would just want to see certain prefix plus the default route, or just certain prefix, or in the end just the default route. So this OFR gives you that option, that's flexibility, wherein you don't have to bother your upstream provider, as long as the upstream provider agrees with you, because they need to activate this on their end as well. All right, so in this scenario, so I'm just gonna draw something here. So let's say this is you. I hope you can see that. So this will be router 6, this will be the customer edge, and this will be the provider edge, and this will be router 7. And this is the link between you. So this is you, okay, and this is the upstream ISP. So now you're gonna agree that you're gonna use ORF to basically signal the ISP like what kinds of routes you want to receive. Okay, so how do we do that? So let's go to router 6, which is you. This is the customer edge. So if I do show IP BGP summary, which is this one, we will see that we are peering with 155.1.67.7, which in this case would be our upstream provider. So if we do show IP BGP, oh, I think I need to clear the routing table for this one. Clear IP BGP star, because I've already done this lab earlier. So let's see what I'm gonna get. Okay, cool. So at the moment we're learning a number of routes from router 7, all these /8, by the way, a tip for you: if you're not seeing a slash whatever number, it means that it's running in classful. So let's say like this one, 112.0.0, 113, 114, they are pretty much running, or they are being received as /8s. Now with this one, they are in a class A range, but since they are being advertised as /24, hence you're seeing a /24. If it's a /0 here, by the way, on the next hop, it means you are the one who's actually, that's your route that's coming from you. So for router 6, you're actually 6.6.6 and 150.1.6.6 is actually in one of your interfaces. Anyway, so let's just say that you want to signal the upstream provider that, okay, I just want to accept only routes that are less than or equal to /20s, which means nothing like /8. So we don't want to see these guys right here. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, so we go to configuration, config mode. The first thing we need to do is we need to create a prefix list. So we'll call the prefix list ORF. Then we'll permit anything that is less than or equal to 20. Okay. Then the next thing that we would need to do would be to go to the BGP process, BGP. Try to remember what is my AS number. So it's AS 100. So rather BGP 100, and we're gonna go for the neighbor. In this case, that would be the upstream provider, which is this guy, 155.1.67.7, and we're gonna activate that capability ORF prefix list. And if we put question mark, it's gonna ask us, are you going to receive the ORF signal, or are you gonna send it, or are you going to do both? But since we are the customer, and we are actually the one signaling the upstream provider what we actually wanted to receive, so we're gonna type in send. Alright, so we're not done yet. So the next thing we need to do is we need to call in the neighbor again, and we type in the prefix list, and we're gonna call in this prefix list that we created earlier, which is ORF, and we'll type in. Okay, now we'll go to the service provider side, or the PE provider edge. So you have to remember that ORF is something that you need to organize with your upstream provider. So let's say our router 7 is the ISP. So we do show run section BGP. We are router BGP, or we are BGP AS300 config T. Do router BGP 300, and we're going to go to ARP here, which is 67.6. Yep. And we're going to do the same thing, capability ORF prefix list. And since we are the receiving end, so we're going to choose receive. Okay. By the way, if you activate this capability on both ends, this will tear down the peering. So just be mindful of that. All right, so that's another reason why you're seeing this, because it's gonna reset the peering. And if I click on end, just to be sure, you also need to clear your BGP to reset your BGP table. So clear IP BGP, then the neighbor 67.7 in, and you type prefix filter. And if you do show IP BGP, so what has happened here? Earlier, you had without the filtering, you had all this, and here, what is missing? You stopped receiving everything that is. You stop receiving the /24s. Okay, I think I made a mistake earlier. Earlier I told you if we do a prefix list less than or equal than 20, which is this guy, it's gonna stop advertising the /8s. I remember less than or equal /20, which means everything that's we're only going to permit everything that is /8, so less than or equal /20, so that would cover the /8 all the way to the /20, which means it wouldn't include the /24 because that's greater than a /20. So sorry about that. So if we go back here, so we also didn't receive the /32 that we're receiving from 67 because that's also greater than /20, and that's it. So you don't, by doing ORF, you don't have to bother yourself making requests. If you keep on changing your mind, like I want to receive the whole routing table, or I want to receive this certain number of prefixes, because all you have to do is just agree with your service provider that okay, I'm going to create a prefix list, and based from this one, so I don't have to bother you. Just allow me to use ORF. Okay, so let's say for example you change your mind later on, right? You told the provider, or no, not you, or sorry, let me repeat that again. So let's say eventually you decided to just receive a default route, meaning just this one. Okay, so you don't want to receive certain number of routes, but you just want to receive a default route. So all you have to do, you don't need to request anymore from the upstream to make the changes to filter whatever they're advertising to you. Since you already have ORF in place, all you have to do is change the prefix list you created earlier. So let's go to show run, include prefix list. Let's look for that prefix list. Okay, so this is our ORF prefix list. We'll go there, we'll remove that prefix list, and instead we are just going to allow the default gateway or a default route. Okay, so now that is in place, all we have to do is to clear the BGP session, clear IP BGP, not the BGP session, but actually the prefix filter. Clear IP BGP, then the IP of the peer, and in prefix filter, gonna clear that. And if you do show IP BGP, and there you go. So again, you might be asking me, Dylan, how come the /32s are still there? You have to remember, guys, these are being generated by yourself. 000 as the next hop means that's you. That's coming from your router. So yeah, that's it. So really quick and easy way to actually just control or signal the upstream provider in terms of the routes that you are receiving via BGP. So I hope you got something from there, and if you want me to post some other tutorials, actually I'm just posting this because this is all part of my studies as I prep for my CCIE routing and switching. If you have any questions or if you have any comments, just leave a comment down below. And other than that, you have a good day, guys, and just remember, keep on studying. It's all worth it.